We're here with portrait photographer Miguel Quiles and our model Emily. And Miguel's going to be telling us some tips for taking better portraits and showing us this amazing one light setup and how you can get great portraits like him.
First big tip that I would tell you is that anytime you have this camera in your hand, you are the master of this domain. You need to work confidently. You need to talk confidently throughout the entirety of the photo shoot.
So your attitude going into the shoot is very important.
Attitude is huge, because imagine, let's say we were driving and I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how this
What is this thing?
What is this thing? Oh my gosh, what is this?
That's actually how I drive, so.
But I see a lot of photographers that are starting out that do the same thing. You know, they're like, oh, they're looking at their camera and, you know, kind of fidgeting about. Second thing that I would say is always talk to your subjects, especially if they're not models. They get in front of the camera, they're not so comfortable. So you have to constantly communicate. I think beyond anything else, you have to be encouraging. You have to let them know they're doing a good job. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Get one more here. Nice. Love that. My favorite line, I'm like, I retire. I'm done. Like, it's never going to get any better than this. This is the best photo ever. You're like, dang, that was
I'm good.
Yeah, like, I just got a good photo. That's awesome.
So confidence and also
encouragement.
Yep.
The other thing as well is posing your models. You tell people to turn to their left or their right, or you say, oh, can you look left or look right? And they never know which way that is. Mm-hmm. What I do is I pose them without physically have to touch them, and I call it my Jedi posing. I'll get you guys together. I want you guys to pretend like you are looking in the mirror and you see your tall, chunky Latino reflection. So, like this, you have it right. So mirror me. Yes.
I don't understand mirrors.
Like this, perfect, fantastic. Like this, awesome, like this. The second thing that I do, I call it the claw. So the claw, basically if I put my hand up like this, I want you to pretend like you are having your face palm like a basketball. Okay. Right? This is like those sticky hands that you get in the little 25-cent machines. So if I have a sticky hand right now, I have it over your face and I tilt the face this way or tilt it this way. Third one that I do, I call it the old Bill Clinton. It's not that Bill Clinton though. So you're holding the chin, right? Okay. So I'm holding you by your chins now. Now your head is on a swivel. Okay. So I could go up or down or left or right, or I could even go like this, right? Because I'm holding you by your chin. The hard one that I do is if I pull the chin forward and then down. And all I'm doing is just trying to get the neck skin, the skin under your neck there to just stretch out just a little bit. Last one that I do, if I put both hands up, I have my hands on your shoulders. Now your waist is on a swivel. Okay. So we are basically going this way. So I'm gonna push the shoulders back. Perfect, push the shoulders back this way. The hard one that I do, which is not hard at all, if I tap the shoulder, yes. Tap the shoulder, yes, just like that. Or if I go like this, like that, perfect. Okay. So literally from that combination of those four things, I could get you to pose any which way that I want. Today I've got the A7R III with a 85 1.8. Basically have a vertical grip because the majority of the stuff that I shoot hopefully will end up published somewhere, and most of those photos need to be
Think
vertical,
of your final format.
Since maybe, I don't know if these are gonna go in a video, I'm actually gonna shoot these horizontal.
You're using an octabox here.
I'm using a 3-foot octa right now because it's really small, it's easy to travel with, but it provides a really good quality of light. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. They see a lot of these big photo shoots and they're like, no, but you have to have like 10 lights and big modifiers and assistants to like move everything around. Listen, if you can't make magic with one light, you can't make it with 10. You start with the one and you say, okay, what would the second light bring to this, right? I'm gonna bring this in a little tiny bit closer.
So I noticed that you put the light up higher on her.
Yeah,
and it's pointed down on her a little bit, so you're getting light casting down on her rather than up or directly straight at her.
Yes, so there's a lot of ways that you could position the light and it's gonna give you different looks. And it's a matter of like, what flatters the curvature of their face.
Right.
And that's not something that a light meter will tell me. You know, I'll look at it, like I'll look at these photos and I'll say, you know what? The lighting for me, coming from the left side on her face, because she has like a beautiful structure, it looks fine. But there's some people I'll photograph them with the light this way and be like,
it can accentuate things that aren't flattering for a person's face.
Correct. So I look at that and say, okay, maybe I can't have it to the left. Maybe their face is such that they actually look great being lit from the right. So you try it from the right. Because what you see and what the camera sees is always
so different.
And I think that's where a lot of photographers sometimes have a disconnect, because they'll see like beautiful, the hair looks fantastic, the makeup looks awesome, she's like stunning, but then you take the photo and they're less stunning and their hair looks less awesome and you're like, what's going on? Where's the disconnect, right? And the disconnect is usually a technical thing. Like I'm saying, the lights could be in the wrong position. It could be you're using the wrong focal length. It could be that your settings are a little bit off.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the artistic side, which is telling you, you know, this is great, that's great. But then you have the technical side that has to kick in to say, this lighting is really bad, we need to fix this, or these settings are off, or this lens is off. So you have to be able to develop both sides is really the key. If you have that artistic side, great. I wasn't brought up with that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't come from an artistic kind of background. I played video games, I don't know if that's artistic.
That's sure.
But there's a lot of artistic people who don't have the technical side. I'm very technically minded. So when you can get to meet in the middle, that's the other portrait tip, is balance the art with the technical, with
we
the
all have
craft.
strengths and weaknesses, and it's about bringing out your strengths and working on your weaknesses.
And understanding what they are.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that fall on like the two extremes. I have no weaknesses. I'm an artiste.
Yeah.
And then there's the other people who are like, I'm super technical. I don't need the art because my technicality is my
Sharp,
art.
the light is there.
Right.
What else is there to do?
So I'm gonna have you mirror me again, posing that way. It's perfect. Twist this way. Very nice. You're coming up this way with the hand. There you go, just like that. Push that back just a bit, beautiful. Just like that, looking straight at the camera. It's beautiful. Using the eye autofocus feature on my camera as well, because on top of having to do all this mechanical, like pose like this and do all this, on the photographer's side, I was having to chase people with the joystick
Yes,
for the
and try to
focus.
find the focus. And if you're changing from vertical to horizontal,
Right.
you have to change
You're like,
it.
oh, it takes forever. You have to be in command of everything, right? So if I'm sitting here fidgeting with my gear, they don't know that I know what I'm doing. They just see me messing with my equipment and they wonder if I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We'll look straight onto the camera for a sec. We're gonna go this way. Perfect. And mirror me this way. Hand on the hair, just like that. Perfect. Chin over this way. Beautiful. Pull it out and there you go, just like that. Very nice, nice smile. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Get one more here. Nice. Love that. You know, I could say that these are the things that no one talks about.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the gear and buy this better lens, buy this full frame camera.
And you have to just learn from experience, right?
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
You definitely learned how to pose a model and how to set up a one light shoot.
Yep.
And I loved your tips in the beginning about it's about attitude and it's about creating this dialogue with your model and this relationship where you're comfortable and you're confident and you believe in one another.
Definitely.